Who is the bestest, the greatest man on earth? In this video I am going to tell you who is the greatest man on earth, his greatest quotes. Let's enjoy the video and just subscribe to my channel for more interesting and knowledgeable videos. Let's start. Michael H. Hart is an American astrophysicist, white separatist, white nationalist, and author, most notably of the best-selling book, The 100, a ranking of the most influential persons in history. It was the first book of Hart, which was reprinted in 1992 with revisions. It is a ranking of the 100 people who, according to Hart, most influenced human history. Unlike various other rankings at the time, Hart explicitly wasn't attempting to rank on greatness as a criterion, but rather how the course of human history most changed due to the actions of that person. According to the Calgary Herald, at least 60,000 copies were sold. The book has been translated into many languages. This is a list of top 10 chosen by Michael H. Hart, from the book 100 Most Influential People in the World. 10. Albert Einstein, 1879-1955, German, U.S. scientist, discovered theory of relativity. 9. Christopher Columbus, 1451-1506, Italian explorer, landed in America. 8. Johann Gutenberg, 1395-1468, inventor of the printing press. 7. Cai Lun, AD 50-121, inventor of paper. 6. St. Paul, 5 AD 67, Christian missionary and one of the main writers of the New Testament. 5. Confucius, 551-479 BC, Chinese philosopher. 4. Buddha, c. 563-483 BC, spiritual teacher and founder of Buddhism. 3. Jesus of Nazareth, c. 5 BC 30 AD, spiritual teacher and central figure of Christianity. 2. Isaac Newton, 1642-1727, British mathematician and scientist. Number 1 is Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, 570-632 AD, Prophet of Islam. Prophet Muhammad, the greatest man, was born in Saudi Arabia in the city of Makkah about 1,400 years ago. Since then the world has not seen the likes of him in every regard, and the study of human history shows that there have been none better than him before him as well. Many of you think that why Prophet Muhammad is considered as the greatest man in the world. There are many reasons. One of those is because by the time he died in 632, almost all the tribes of the Arabian Peninsula had converted to Islam. Muslims often refer to Muhammad as Prophet Muhammad, or just the Prophet, or the Messenger, and regard him as the greatest of all prophets. He is seen as a possessor of all virtues. Michael H. Hart's view about Prophet Muhammad. He said, "My choice of Muhammad to lead the list of the world's most influential persons may surprise some readers and may be questioned by others, but he was the only man in history who was supremely successful on both the religious and secular level. It is this unparalleled combination of secular and religious influence which I feel entitles Muhammad to be considered the most influential single figure in human history." Here are some other non-Muslim views about Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. 1. Mahatma Gandhi said, "I wanted to know the best of the life of one who holds today an undisputed sway over the hearts of millions of mankind. I became more than ever convinced that it was not the sword that won a place for Islam in those days in the scheme of life. It was the rigid simplicity, the utter self-effacement of the Prophet, the scrupulous regard for pledges, his intense devotion to his friends and followers, his intrepidity, his fearlessness, his absolute trust in God and in his own mission. These and not the sword carried everything before them and surmounted every obstacle. When I closed the second volume of the Prophet's biography, I was sorry there was not more for me to read of that great life." 2. Professor Ramakrishna Rao said, "The personality of Muhammad, it is most difficult to get into the whole truth of it. Only a glimpse of it I can catch. What a dramatic succession of picturesque scenes. There is Muhammad, the protector of slaves. Muhammad, the prophet. There is Muhammad, the warrior. Muhammad, the businessman. Muhammad, the statesman. Muhammad, the orator. Muhammad, the reformer. Muhammad, the refuge of orphans. Muhammad, the emancipator of women. Muhammad, the judge, Muhammad, the saint. All in all these magnificent roles, in all these departments of human activities, he is alike a hero. 3. W. Montgomery Watt said, his readiness to undergo persecution for his beliefs, the high moral character of the men who believed in him and looked up to him as a leader, and the greatness of his ultimate achievement, all argue his fundamental integrity. To suppose Muhammad an impostor raises more problems than it solves. Moreover, none of the great figures of history is so poorly appreciated in the West as Muhammad. Thus, not merely must we credit Muhammad with essential honesty and integrity of purpose, if we are to understand him at all, if we are to correct the errors we have inherited from the past, we must not forget that conclusive proof is a much stricter requirement than a show of plausibility, and in a matter such as this only to be attained with difficulty. 4. Sarojini Naidu said, it was the first religion that preached and practiced democracy, for in the mosque, when the call for prayer is sounded and worshippers are gathered together, the democracy of Islam is embodied 5 times a day when the peasant and king kneel side by side and proclaim, God alone is great. I have been struck over and over again by this indivisible unity of Islam that makes man instinctively a brother. Now it's the time for the quotes by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Number 1, the best among you is the one who doesn't harm others with his tongue and hands. Number 2, do not wish to be like anyone except in 2 cases. The first is a person, whom Allah has given wealth and he spends it righteously. The second is, the one whom Allah has given wisdom, the Holy Quran, and he acts according to it and teaches it to others. Number 3, do not waste water even if you were at a running stream. Number 4, do you know what is better than charity and fasting and prayer? It is keeping peace and good relations between people, as quarrels and bad feelings destroy mankind. Number 5, it is better to sit alone than in company with the bad, and it is better still to sit with the good than alone. It is better to speak to a seeker of knowledge than to remain silent, but silence is better than idle words. Number 6, modesty brings nothing except good. Number 7, richness is not having many belongings, but richness is contentment of the soul. Number 8, seek knowledge from cradle to the grave. Number 9, verily, Allah is mild and is fond of mildness, and he gives to the mild what he does not give to the harsh. Now you know who is the greatest man on earth, and why he is the greatest. If you enjoy the video, make sure to like the video or smash it, do whatever you want to do, but do. I also want to know how many people enjoy my video, just boost your brain.